Acosta on his tail, he just seems to have knuckled down. You're looking back from Acosta to Noguchi. Out onto the sun and finished straight again, completing 5 laps, still 12 remaining.
It's quite an interesting track, Misano now. Of course, goes in a clockwise direction as opposed to the anti-clockwise as it did back in the day. And the corners, instead of opening out, they close in, so you turn into fast corners, and then the corners have a never decreasing radius as you get closer. So, you have quite a different setup. You need a really strong setup for the front so you can brake late, but also a good feeling from the damping on the suspension as you head into the corners. You need good front feel.
So that's quite a big slide from Acosta there in his pursuit of Tatay. Now, Acosta said that he really thought that they got the bike sorted out very well for free practice 2 when they run old tyres, and he said it worked brilliantly on old tyres, and then it worked really well also on new tyres for qualifying. So he was really very satisfied with the bike setup. But there it just let go on him a bit. He slid quite wildly, so he's lost a bit of ground to Tatay.
See how hard Acosta has been pushing, and that little moment just allowed a couple of bike lengths between Tatay and Acosta, but I think he's pulled that back straight once again.
So you're on board now looking back, Carlos Tatay. There's the gap. It had opened up to half a second, but as you say, Neil, it's already closed again.
Tatay is strong at most parts of the racetrack, but you make that break that can pull him back in along the back straight, and of course he will have that tall gear, and his bike is geared for good top speed, so the worst place to be is in the front, because you're the guy that's pushing the air apart from everyone else behind you.
Yeah, as you say, the shorter gearing makes it hard to pull away there at the front right. So Acosta right on Tatay's tail again. Noguchi there in a very close 3rd place ahead of Salvador, fell on 5th. Uriah moved up to 6th, so he's he's a bit of a mover there.
He is, and he's a fast mover, another fastest lap for him, so he's got some serious pace, as you said, in 6th position and closing on the front guys.
Yeah, and he's an interesting guy, is Uriah, because he's had some very impressive rides this year, but it hasn't always worked out for him. He certainly didn't have much luck in the Red Bull Ring at all, but his best so far has been a 4th. He's certainly got speed, but it isn't always as consistent. He doesn't always come to the results. He's up to 6th place.
Tatay again, it's impressive for certainly the first 2/3 of the track. Get onto the back straight here, he's got his head down, he's getting tucked in as much as he can, and he's got 4 bike lengths this time, but Acosta's still able to close the gap.
Yeah, and how many bike lengths do you think it is down there that you're still picking up the slipstream?
I think 4 or 5. After that, then you're really not going to get pulled into the guy in front. But it seems that there's about 4 bike lengths there, and you can see that Acosta has definitely closed the gap. It's not right on Tatay, but if Tatay can just keep his rhythm, not make any mistakes, then he might just be able to break him. But it's not happening at the moment.
No. Right, so across the start and finish line, completing lap 7. Still 10 remaining. And as Neil said, it's the first part of the lap that Tatay is really exceptional. Let's see if he can do it again and get away. Yes, there's a small, he's made already bike lengths there as well.
Already, he's got a nice change of direction there. He might be using a slightly different gear pattern, but it's certainly working. He's got good mid-corner speed, he's got good grip, good feel. Where Acosta had that moment, Tatay's had no moments at all, and certainly between start-finish and the back straight, he can definitely pull a gap on the guys.
So what it's meant the last few laps, that Acosta's not been close enough going onto the back straight to use the slipstream to get past, has he? But maybe it's going to be different this time.
He doesn't even need it.
There he is. Yeah. Okay,
he's learning. Yeah, he's learning from Tatay, and I've no doubt Tatay can now use the slipstream of Acosta.
Yeah, so Acosta in front now. And you were talking also about that left hand and the different lines round there, and the different possibilities. Perhaps we'll see more of that in the coming laps.
Very interesting corner.
So they're closed up, they're all bunched up now. It's everybody picking up a slipstream. There's Tatay at 99. He's actually slotted back into 3rd place behind. It's Acosta. Noguchi comes alongside through the right-hander, and Noguchi takes the lead, but all half of them are off on the green stuff. They've really got to watch that because they're going to start to get penalised. They really do have to watch the track limits here. There's no doubt about it. That's going to mess things up completely. But wow, it's from all line astern. It's been for a couple of laps. It's all now everybody all over the place. It's Noguchi that has the advantage. Tatay up into second place. Acosta back to third, ahead of Salvador, Fallon, Iriart, Bertelli, Baltus. Aggi has dropped back to ninth, ahead of Pasquier. Cook is 11th.
Was that Tatay? It was actually white coming off the last corner. No, it might have been Iriart, number 89. That was on the green stuff coming out the last corner there. So race direction has been super strict all the way through practice, so they will be keeping their eye on these guys.
And you're on board with Pedro Acosta. You lost out to Salvador just in the previous change of direction, so Acosta back to fourth place ahead of Fallon. Salvador is up to third. Noguchi leading ahead of Tatay.
It was almost like the last few laps that was all building up into a big reshuffle. That's exactly what's happened now. So Tatay there maintaining his second position.
You're on board now on the 99 machine, looking back, you can see that's Salvador, I think, that's just gone up for the long side. Superb stuff.
Yeah, so Tatay's championship completely safe, 66 points would be the advantage if the flag went out at this point, which of course it's not going to do.
We're not even half distant yet, and the sun is already setting. Noguchi has the advantage, Acosta and Tatay. Just pulled away a couple of bike lengths leads, and that's 48th, and that is Gavin Planck, the Frenchman, unfortunately. He's obviously okay, trying to get the bike started and going again. He was 18th on the line, we saw him on the timing monitor, 38. Of course, is Salvador, qualified in third position, already has a second place to his name in Rookies Cup this year. 56th, the leader, is Noguchi ahead of Tatay. Tatay right there in third place, ahead of Salvador.
Well, this front bunch is even closer, 1 second covering the top 8 now.
Brilliant stuff, and just off the back of that group you can see the Dayglow pink helmet of Pasquier, who's in 9th place. Unfortunately, Aggi has dropped back to 10th. Qualified 5th, but as I said before, he's not used to running in this group. He's still got a bit to learn when it comes to battling it out over 17 laps.
Yeah, it still is anybody's. Tatay looking incredibly comfortable. I just hope that's not commentator's curse, but yeah, looking very comfortable. He's happy to run in the top 2 or 3 there. He knows what he has to do. He knows that he'll be able to use that slipstream onto the back straight. Slicing through. Yeah, that's typical Noguchi. We're very, very confident, and he's a great character as well. I've loved, as I said before, the way his confidence is built. I mean, he knows he's a front runner. He knows he can win races, and maybe he'll play on Tatay a little bit. He knows Tatay has to stay safe, so he'll have no hesitation and pulling moves on him.
Real shuffle down the back straight there. This time they look to have been staying off the green stuff. Salvador on the yellow helmet there. But it's Acosta who has the advantage. Now 89, Iriart up into third place. As Neil said, he's put in some fastest laps, and he's very much in the move still. He's up into third, looking back to go inside Noguchi into the right. No, he doesn't. In fact, as Neil said before, if you don't pass, you get past, and he got jumped by Tatay.
Yeah, well, that was the furthest back Tatay's been the whole race. 4th when he went over the line, grabbed 3rd position back as they headed into turn 1. But Iriart, yeah, he's just been chipping away. He's obviously got a great setup with his bike. He's been able to pass. He's been able to set fastest laps. Very comfortable and already fighting for that podium position. Oh, look at that. The gap certainly closed down there on that last lap where Tatay went over the line 4th. There's only 54 points, so that would only give him the championship by 4 points. So he can afford to slip back if Acosta's going to be running at the front.
Right. So still 7 laps remaining.
Tatay back to 4th.
Yeah. But of course, Acosta's still got to win that. The big difference between the 25 points for the win and 20 points for second place. So at the moment it's Noguchi in front of Acosta, Salvador, Tatay in 4th.
Acosta having a look around there just to see if there's anybody there. Of course, there's another 6 riders.
Yeah, and I think Dupasquier's now got into that group, hasn't he? I'm not absolutely sure, but I saw the pink helmet. Yes, the Dayglow pink helmet. That group is not 8 guys anymore. It's now more like 9 or 10.
Very much so, yeah. Max Cook just off the back of Dupasquier, but less than a second. So Max Cook, the Brit, hovering in the top 10 there. If you can just get in that slipstream, that's going to certainly help him grab a few places.
Yeah, so interesting that instead of splitting up, it's now bunched up. Still Noguchi with the advantage, but only fractionally from Acosta and Tatay. Uriart and Salvador, are there anybody's there? And Dupasquier on the move. He's coming through that pack, I think, not at a huge rate of knots, but he caught that group, which isn't an easy thing to do, and he's trying to, you can see that Dayglow pink helmet, the number 50 machine. Dupasquier, the Swiss.
It's the strong season, one of the few riders that scored points in every single round, so great to see him coming back from injury last year and doing a great job.
He missed the most of the season, in fact, so fantastic to see him in such great form. He's been a bit frustrated because, you know, he has had a good season, but he hasn't yet got on the podium. He was 4th in race 2 and Jerez, but he's had a sort of 6th, 5th and all top 10 finishes, but he still has got to make it onto the podium, and that's obviously a frustration for him. So back with the leader then, it's Noguchi who has the advantage, but hardly any advantage at all. You can see how close that lead group is. Absolutely fantastic stuff, all the way back to 13th and Zonta van der Geurberg.
Yeah, Zonta had an off in first free practice, did some damage to his right hand foot, so he's struggling to put some weight on his right foot, especially when he's trying to brake as well, use that foot for braking. New track for him, so he's done a great job learning the track, and if he can grab a few points or maybe knocking the door in the top 10, that's been a good weekend for Zonta.
Right, so there the signboards leaning out, showing the guys where they are. 99 it is Carlos Tatay who leads both the Cup and the race.
There we go. Yeah, first penalty I'm seeing on the monitor there is from Sacco, and he will have to do the long lap, so he's been exceeding track limits just once too often. Just see where he is.
Back in 16th place, so it really hasn't helped him a great deal. So he's going to do a long lap, and that's going to put him back to the back of the field. And that is Barry Baltus, the Belgian. A fall for him, obviously okay. He was in that lead battle, but he obviously isn't anymore. Very unfortunate for Barry Baltus. But so good to see him up and trying to restart. Still, it is Carlos Tatay that leads as the sun heads for the horizon here on the Adriatic coast. It's still Salvador in second place ahead of Noguchi. Fell on Acosta 5th, and of course if things finish the way they are, then Tatay will be Cup champion with still 2 races remaining. There's still 5 laps battle left in this though, and it can turn around very easily. But at the moment, Carlos Tatay looking super smooth out in front.
Yeah, big chunk of points there. That would give him 75. The flag were to go. And I'm just wondering if Tatay, well, I was thinking maybe he's just going to get his head down and try and pull the pin, but of course, one more time along the back straight and everyone's back in touch.
That pretty much proves what you were saying before, Neil, that he's obviously running the same gearing as everybody else. It's not the run on your own gearing, it's the slipstream gearing, and he just can't break away there. The bike just runs out of puff.
For him, certainly less risk because, as you said before, he just needs a top 4 finish here, so I'm sure he's understanding that being in front's maybe not the ideal place to be on the last lap, but this is a great session for him. As he flicks left here, he was catching and gapping riders really good through this first part of the racetrack. Yeah, maybe he's going to get his head down. What he can't do is afford to take any risks, so just push too hard. All the lap times are pretty much stabilised at the moment. No one's setting any personal bests or any fastest laps at this point. So, but but Carlos Tatay is pushing hard.
I think that, when Barry fell off, I think that broke up the back of that group a little bit because Max Cook and Zonta van der Gerberg have dropped off the back of that pack.
Yeah.
So that was quite possibly when Barry slid off. It just, the other guys had to do some avoiding action and lost the back of that group a bit. So as you say, super smooth. He's just got that 3-4 bike lengths lead.
Oh, he's wide. He was wide on the back straight there.
Good.
These guys will be in touch a bit earlier this time.
Yeah, and obviously the possibility. And it's the number 37 machine, Pedro Acosta, who uses the slipstream to go straight past there. Beautiful move by Acosta. Just one slight mistake from Carlos Tatay. Ran wide, as Neil said. And great move from Acosta, and the good news we're hearing is that Nicolas Hernandez, who was stretched off at the beginning of the race, is declared fit. So obviously that's great news from the medical centre. Excellent news.
Tatay would be expecting someone to come past. He knew he was wide there. He knew that they would catch him up and be in his slipstream pretty much immediately. So he would be expecting that. Still plenty of time to get back to the front. Perfectly poised, certainly on this lap, to return the compliment to Acosta.
Yeah, he's tucked in there, and he is so good through this first part of the lap.
Well, he has to be careful, although these guys, they're all sensible, they're riding well within their limits, but as the laps come down, they will be winding themselves up to think about the podium. We've got 6 or 7 guys here that can finish on the podium, and they'd love to do that here in Misano. So what Carlos has to be careful that the guys don't get excited and start pushing a little bit too hard, and he's in the middle of it all, like we're seeing now, because they're watching the pit boards. They know there'll be 2 laps to go when they come around this time, and they certainly have to keep themselves at the sharp end for the last lap.
So it's Acosta who has the advantage on the 37 machine, but Tatay up the inside of Salvador there. He's not shy still, and in fact runs a bit wide, and maybe Salvador can get back past him. No, he can't. So it's Acosta, then Noguchi. 99 is of course Tatay, and Noguchi goes past Acosta. Salvador is 38 with a bright yellow helmet. But he's just lost ground, I think, to Fellon on number 5. He has. The Frenchman has moved up ahead of the Spaniard. Number 5 machine is in 4th place, but Salvador's right on his tail. It's Noguchi who has the advantage over Acosta, with Tatay in 3rd place. There's just going to be 2 laps remaining.
There's a lot more shuffling going on now, as you can tell that they're all building up. One thing that has impressed me, that they have been behaving themselves and staying within track limits so far. Got 2 laps to go now, so things will hot up in the next lap and a half for sure.
So Noguchi from Acosta. And of course, Tatay's looked so good through that early section, but he pretty much has to be in front to get an advantage, because otherwise he's got those super lines, but the other guys are in his way a bit, and that's what's happening now. He can't get to the front, pull away as obviously as he did when he was running on his own.
That's going to be interesting. Noguchi, nothing to lose, wants to win. Acosta needs to win to keep his championship hope alive, so it's going to be an interesting last lap.
And Salvador in 4th place. He's determined to claim that victory. As I say, he's got his best as a second. Acosta and Noguchi have both won races already this year. Acosta's won 2, Noguchi won last time out at the Red Bull Ring. Salvador's the one man in that lead quartet who hasn't won. Fellon is there in 5th place. He is yet to get himself on the podium. So you're on board with Acosta. Looking back, Noguchi comes past on the slipstream, and you saw the power of the slipstream there. And it's going to be 1 lap to go. Look at that. Oh, very nice move from Tatay.
Nice move, positive, harsh but fair, but yeah, got the job done there.
And he's not just playing it safe, is he? You know, he's going to stick it in there. He wants to win this one.
I like it.
Yeah, great. He said you only come this way once, and he's making the best of it. So it's Noguchi from Tatay, from Acosta, from Marcus Uriart.
It's Tatay's going to be strong through, and there's nothing better than going to a home round with a championship in the bag, so I'd definitely be wanting to do that.
Gucci. It's going to be tough to beat Noguchi. I wonder really if they're on the last lap now. Is Tatay really going to stick his neck out to beat Noguchi, or will he be happy just to know that he's got the cup if he finishes where he is? He's got Acosta behind him, and he knows that if he's anywhere near Acosta, that's all he needs to be. So at the moment he's got the cup, but he's also got his heart set on winning it and taking victory. Noguchi has the advantage from Tatay. They're about 4 abreast, 5 abreast now. Up the inside.
Yeah,
is
Salvador.
Superb stuff from way back came Salvador. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Oh my goodness. 3 abreast. Heavens above, but they've got through there. That's absolutely brilliant stuff. And it's the 38 machine. David Salvador has the advantage, but he's of course giving the slipstream to the other guys. 37 is Acosta. He now picks up the lead. Oh, and somebody had to pick up and go wide. Is it Noguchi? No, that's Uriarte who went wide. Noguchi's there in 3rd place, but it's Acosta who has the advantage. Tatay is there in 4th place. He's gone past Noguchi to take 3rd. He knows that he's got to cross the line pretty close to Acosta. He's not working the mathematics out, but he knows that if he's this close to Acosta, it'll be enough to win the title. So Acosta has the advantage. Salvador, then Tatay, then Noguchi. And it's on the green stuff. It's Acosta, surely he's going to win it. They're side by side across the line. Is it Acosta over Salvador? Tatay will take the cup over Noguchi. Uriarte fell onto Pasquier. Well, fabulous stuff. And if there's no last lap penalties, of course that's always a question of it. I certainly didn't see Tatay run off the track. He goes away with 54 points over Acosta. There's only 50 points left to play in the last 2 races. And there is your Cup champion for 2019. Well,
well, he did everything he could. He did a brilliant job. He did his very best to win it, and kept things safe. That was the most important thing.
And obviously Acosta did everything he could too. He won the race, which he had to do. And probably the most frustrated and disappointed man there will be Noguchi, because he ended up 4th off the podium, having qualified in pole position. Absolutely, fairly confident that pole wasn't easy, but he said I didn't have to ride over the limits. So he's probably going to be a bit frustrated himself, finishing 4th place. Great ride from Uriarte into 5th, fell on 6th, but I'm sure he will think he should have been on the podium.
Well, yeah, well, it did all, as we suspected, it all kicked off in the last